our whole focus here at FAIR, everything that we're trying to do is similar to what you're doing, which is presenting a pro-human alternative to all the issues that we've discussed, all the stuff that we've talked about today. So I would love to hear what does pro-human mean to you? How do you conceptualize that? And what would you say are ways that everyday people can adopt a more pro-human approach to all the stuff that we discussed?
Okay, let me try to give this question the seriousness that it deserves and not give you a fly by my seat answer. I mean, the human being is inexhaustible, to quote John Vervaeke. And what that means is that we always have the capacity to transcend ourselves. So if yesterday I was really, crappy to someone who cut me off in traffic, I love to use the cutting off in traffic analogy, but because it's so pervasive. No, someone cut me off in traffic and I was really crappy towards them. Like, say I gave them the finger. And then I started to think about, not doing that. And I started to try to think about the kind of person that I want to be in the world. And then the next time someone cut me off in traffic, let's say I didn't give them the finger, and I thought of them as, oh, maybe they're, rushing to the hospital, maybe they're having an emergency, or maybe they're not having an emergency, maybe they're really excited about something and they're just, if I had the graciousness to extend to them that kind of thinking, then I have transcended myself, because yesterday I was one way and today I'm a completely different person in that regard. So the human being is inexhaustible. And so to be pro-human in my mind is to always keep in mind and always try to realize that fact about yourself and also about others. And what advice would I give? I would say to practice shadowboxing. So shadowboxing is hard, but it's got great results. When you shadowbox, you become attuned to what is triggering your ego, and you know your ego is triggered when you start to think of yourself as better than another person. And so what you do to change that is you shadow box. And so you identify a person who triggers that feeling in you. And then you identify the behavior that you don't like about that person. You identify how that shows up within yourself. And you practice that all the time. And what that does is it enables you to stop this sort of like act of separating yourself from another person in a kind of us versus them mindset. And it also enables you to practice compassion for other people, even while simultaneously identifying their behavior as, wrong or problematic. And it keeps you grounded, it keeps you humble, and maybe even a little joyful at times. So that would be my advice.